Susie, and we're doing great.
Okay, that's good. I'm doing great. San Diego, it's been raining and windy a little bit. So yeah, so it's
Same
been
here.
yeah, cold weather here, but I'm thankful here to be able to meet with all of you from all over the world. And it is such an honor every time to be able to share. Can you all see the screen okay? Okay. All right. So
Yes.
first of all, thank you very much for attending the meeting today. And you had other options. You could have been somewhere else, but you're here today. Why? Because you want to not only have financial freedom, but time freedom as well. As you know, I call myself Atom is Forever Oppa, and that's my nickname. And it is an honor to share my vision and compensation plan with you all. And if you can do me a huge favor, please put yourself on mute so it doesn't disturb my speech, because I get very nervous when that happens. Okay, a little bit about me. So I work at Raytheon Technologies, and recently I moved to a division called Collins Aerospace. So it's been a lot of fun working with the aerospace aerostructure department. I work I'm a commodity manager, and then I buy the parts and do a lot of contract negotiation with the suppliers all over the world. And this year I'm getting to go to Korea and Japan for the business travel, and I'm very excited. So basically I make the engine cover that goes into Boeing and Airbus. So it's been really fun. I just started a new job, but guess what? I've been in the office 9 to 5, or if not 8 to 5. So definitely, and I'm okay with financially, but time flexibility wise, it's not as good, which is the reason why I'm here today sharing Atomy Vision with you all, right? So, all right, let's go to the next text. So what are we all facing? We're all going to face the fourth industrial revolution. Whether you like it or not, it's coming. Okay, so they're already saying there may be taxis that are flying in the air. Amazon's already invested a lot of money in the drones, which will be delivering products to your house. And then the Uber is gonna not have a driver inside. A lot of truck drivers are gonna lose their jobs. And if you go to McDonald's, there's a lot of touch screens that you need to do. And there are lesser and lesser cashier, because that's how the industry is changing. So I always like to tell people this: if you've been living the same life, but if you expect something different, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to call you crazy, okay? So that's how it is. So the world is changing very fast. Okay, so I wanna share a little bit about Atomy, and I'm not here to convince you to do Atomy full-time or anything, but I want you to at least find out what this company is about and why this guy in pink shirt is so passionate about this company. So Atomy was founded in 2009 by the CEO, Chairman Hangyo Park. And with anything, you need to have an amazing leader that has a great vision, because it doesn't matter how an amazing company is and how much of a great products they have. If they have a bad leader, the company will eventually go down to the drain. So now I can assure you from my research and from my experience and many other people's experience, we have an amazing CEO. And then within just 10, 11 years, we ranked number 10 in the world. So that's pretty profound, because Atomy has been recorded as the only one Korean network marketing company that was able to do that. So let me tell you, in Korea, there are many, many bad network marketing companies, as well as America and all over the world. So naturally, people are going to be very offended when you share about network marketing, because like I shared, if there were companies that were doing business authentically, sorry, English is my second language, honestly and then genuinely, then there will be more Korean network marketing companies that's on the chart. But especially in Korea, all these network marketers and network marketing companies were scamming people. So when Atomy first came about in 2009, everyone thought treated it as a same bad company. But right now in 2021, when we pull this chart, the company did $1.83 billion in global sales. And that is very, very profound. All right, so Atomy Success System. So we have what's called Atomy Success System. it has a prestige. Prestige is basically this, what it means is you can buy an amazing quality product at a very good price. Okay, it is basically you buying Mercedes-Benz at the price of Honda Accord. Okay, so it is really amazing. So, and the marketing structure, it is a marketing structure that anyone can do the business. And then we have what's called global sourcing and global sales. And what does that mean is we have products that are being distributed all over the world. And then we are also buying the products from all over the world. And then we have what's called absolute system, which means, which I'm going to explain going forward. All right, so now I'm going to talk about why Atomy products are so amazing. We have an amazing partnership through what's called Colmar B&H, Beauty and Health. So the Colmar group is in the United States. Believe it or not, they are OEM and they manufacture a lot of products in pharmaceutical industries. And then they also have a joint partnership with NASA, and they already make amazing quality skincare products. Okay, and then so as to name a few, they have a Shiseido, Lancome, and then so forth. And Colmar, and then what is Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute? It is a Korean government organization that has already been developing a lot of herbal supplements, and then they also have they are the basically backbone of the Korea in logistics way, in electronics and things like that. So those two companies did a joint venture and have developed the Colmar Beauty and Health. So you can tell yourself that we are receiving products at a very credible source. And that is very important. And then so Colmar B&H makes about 70% of the products for Atomy. And then like I said, we have global sourcing, global sales. So other 30% come from countries such as Mexico and then United States and so forth. So what is Atomy? So what does Atomy, where does Atomy come into the picture is Atomy does not make any products. Okay, so some people think that just because it has a label or writing, it says Atomy, does not mean Atomy is making product, but we buy the products from the best qualified source around the world. Again, 70% from Colmar B&H because they have an amazing quality product with the greatest technologies, and then also from other parts of the world. So they're basically online shopping mall. And there's not another way I can explain this. So it's an online shopping mall where you can shop for daily essential products. And then through that though, we can also earn money through the structure called network marketing. And then again, network marketing had a very bad reputation, but Atomy really made the name to be more favorable by a lot of people that are just shopping. So now we are not, that's why the CEO Hong Park said, we're not gonna be competing against other network marketing companies, but we're gonna be competing against regular online shopping malls such as Amazon and Walmart and Costco and so forth. And again, as I can explain to you, these companies that you see here, Amway and then some of the Herbalife, New Skin, you've probably heard it in many different ways. We are very proudly ranked at number 10. Again, the first time in Korean network marketing history. So this screen is very important for you to note because all of us, probably most of us, we work for our money. We work to pay our bills. What does that mean? If we don't go to work, we don't get paid. So we have to figure out a way where we can earn passive income. So what is passive income? And this is something that I had to learn through a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, written by Robert Kiyosaki. So he said, unless you find a way to earn money, and that's a system generating income, then you're going to be working until you die, right? So there are many famous people that said a similar lines such as that. So passive income is something that we all should strive for because what is passive, what is residual bill, what is passive bills is your cell phone bill, your rent and stuff like that. Those are the charges that you get, whether you are using the cell phone or not. If you have a cell phone, they're going to charge you every month. If you're even if you're on vacation, your apartment or your mortgage, you're going to have to pay every month. So those are all the residual bills or passive bills, but we don't really have passive income. So today I'm going to talk about, give you a little analogy. So basically, women in Africa, they walk about 4 miles a day to just get water. But what happens when they don't walk 4 miles a day? Then they don't have water to feed their family. In Africa, with that water, they have to wash their face, they have to brush their teeth, they have to cook, they have to wash, they have to do everything with the water And then one person or two people of the family member can only carry so much water. What's gonna happen is one day one of the persons gets sick, um, and can you put the person on mute, please? Okay. All right. So once that person gets sick, then they cannot go get water. So that means there's no water. But what if we can build a pipeline? Okay, we go to the lake or we go to the river. We start setting up the pipeline together. So I'm gonna ask, like, does the pipeline get set up in a day? It does not. Does it get set up in 10 days? Probably not. It's gonna take years of effort by yourself or with the team. With the team. So today is a generation where we watch a lot of TikTok, right? A lot of Instagram. And then you're going to be swiping for something more. That's why I see the kids nowadays, they watch a lot of TikTok and they have to concise so much information in 10 seconds. So a lot of the kids nowadays, or even adults, they are going to watch TikTok and then they have such an instant gratification mindset that they really cannot have the patience to build a system. So what's going to happen? I'm sorry, they're going to be very poor later on unless they can really figure out their life eventually. So we really have to to strive for passive income through the system. And it takes time, but patience is required. So the end of labor income. So eventually all of us are going to get old. All of us are going to get sick. So even me, yeah, we use Absolute Skincare set and then we do DH, right? In some ways, but then our health will continue to decline until when? Until we die. So we only live one life. We only have one life to make impact, to make your children happy, to make your parents happy, to make your friends happy. You only have one chance. But if you're so struggling just to survive every day, what is that, right? So that's why we work so hard to make our kids happy, to make our parents happy, to people around us that we care, make them happy. But especially in the United States, we work so many hours that we don't really have time to take care of anyone else. Needless to say, we barely can take care of ourselves. So are we just gonna stay like that, or are we gonna look for change? Because again, earlier I said, if you're doing the same thing over and over for many years of your life, but expect something better in your life, that's really lunatic, right? So that's basically someone that's crazy, right? So we have to look for a change. And then I chose network marketing because it really allowed me to build my system without too much investment. I had to be educated. I had to learn the system and work with the partners, right? Sometimes invest, right? It's a business, right? So Jim Rohn, he's one of the very famous network marketing. He said, network marketing is the big wave of the future. Why is it going to be big wave? Because there's going to be a lot of small businesses closing down every day. My parents had to close on the beauty supply. I had a nail salon with my partner, Sarah here. It was very, very tough maintaining the overhead costs. We had to pay the rent every month. We had to pay the employees, and the employees' hourly wage continue to go up. So small businesses are having such a difficulty. Is it just a small business? No, it's also franchises such as Dunkin' Donuts been closing down. Toy Story is closed down, right? Baby Rush closed down. Barnes and Nobles are closing down. Starbucks, now they're making it more of a drive-through than sit in and then working there. Now everyone's just getting to go, because if they set up the table and things like that, they need to hire more employees. But they have a drive-through, which is they can have a smaller building, less rent, but they can still generate as much income as profit as possible. And I've just heard from David and also that the Panera Bread, even, that's one of my favorite places to go because I can get unlimited free refills, right? But now, unfortunately, they're closing down. So things are changing. So that is the reason why people are going to start coming to network marketing, because we still want to build a wealth. Okay, but then we don't have enough money to invest into real estate. We don't have enough money to start franchise or the platform. So then network marketing already has a platform established for you. And then there are many different network marketing companies, but here I am explaining why Atomy is one of the best network marketing companies that I've ever seen. And even Bill Gates said, if I would be given a chance to start all over again, I would choose network marketing. Again, because it allows you to start from the bottom, but you can still have an opportunity to be at the top. Yes, it is true. Not every one of you in this room will succeed with Atomy. Let me tell you again, not everyone in this room, I dare to say, will succeed with Atomy. But those of you really take this seriously, stay in the system, be in the system, work with your team, you will succeed. Okay, so I'm going to go forward. And then, so believe in the industry of network marketing. Again, low risk opportunity, especially Atomy. Does Atomy require you to pay anything? They don't, right? But other network marketing companies, I went to another network marketing conference not too long ago. It's a brand new startup. I even got to meet the CEO. I wanted to just go there to see what other network marketing companies are, because I've never been in the network marketing, barely. I've seen my friends working very hard with Amway. I've seen people working so hard with New Skin, but I've never seen anyone making money. Honestly, they work so hard. So there are network marketing companies that even if you work so hard, it is very, very difficult to succeed. I think those friends of mine that did Amway and other network marketing companies, if they worked as hard with Atomy, they would have already been successful. And I know that for sure, confidently. So network marketing starts with you. And the concept is you educate your partners, you sign up your members, and then you grow your consumer base. And along with that, you build your leaders. Okay, but a lot of people say, oh my gosh, yeah, so this is a pyramid scheme, right? And I said, what do you mean by pyramid scheme? And they say, oh yeah, people at the top make all the money, right? I said, yes, but what about corporate America? Do CEOs make and VPs make more money than you? Yes, so is that pyramid? So I don't understand why people say network marketing is a pyramid scheme, because they're already inside of the pyramid scheme, okay? So, but we have an opportunity to be a CEO with Atomy. But I bet you they don't have an opportunity to become a CEO, because it takes a moon and star to become a CEO in this country, right? So you have a better chance of becoming an imperial master with Atomy than becoming a CEO in my company, Raytheon. Or if you want to be a CEO in Amazon, do you think it's possible? You probably can. I don't want to crush your dreams, but if you cannot become an imperial master and it's struggling here, I'm sorry to say, you're not going to be able to compete against all these brilliant people in corporate America. But that's why we have to be thankful, and that's why there are a lot of people like Bill Gates and those famous people saying, if I had to born again with nothing, I will start network marketing, because it will still allow me to become at the CEO level without too much intelligence. Okay, not insulting your intelligence. I know you're a lot of smart people here, but you don't have to be too smart with Atomy. You just have to have the passion. You have to stay in the system. And the system is what makes me successful and you successful, not your own individual skill set, okay? That's why when I see partners or leaders that think that I am so good, I'm so smart, good luck, because you're not gonna be able to succeed. If you're not working with your sponsor, if you're not working with your partners, you're not going to succeed unless you get really, really lucky, okay? So we have message products, which means absolute quality and absolute price. I major in supply chain management, and I do a lot of sourcing, buying, and purchasing, procurement. So if the CEO believe, and it is very true, if you have an amazing quality product at a very good price, people will buy it. If you have an absolute quality product and it's very expensive, they're only gonna buy it when they're rich or the economy is good. But the economy is very bad. What are they gonna look for is absolute quality and absolute price. So even if our economy right now is going down pretty bad, oil prices have been going up, our rents are going up, they're projecting that our next generation, they're not gonna be able to buy a house. They're gonna have to live with their parents until they're 30, 40 years old, because they will not be able to afford a house because it's becoming so expensive, okay? But Atomy, even if the economy gets bad, guess what? People are gonna continue to brush their teeth. And look at these household products, right? They're daily essentials. So all over your house, people are gonna be using the products that are inside of your house. Okay, so it is very economy proof. Even if we go through the recession and everything, I think our volume is gonna continue to increase. And then we have amazing quality products such as Himo-Him Absolute Skincare Set, probiotics, and at a very affordable price. And then Himo-Him was originally $700. Okay, would you be able to buy Himo-Him for $700 right now if I told you? You wouldn't be able, not a lot of you would be able to, right? But how much is it now? It's $100. It is because of the fact that Atomy has a big buying power all over the world. And we are able to work with the manufacturer, and then we were able to lower the price. And that's why Him today is $100. So if anyone tells me, oh my gosh, Him, why is it so expensive? I am sorry, it's because you have not done your research, or you just don't care to know. Because if you find out what Him is and how much benefit it can give you, and eventually you're gonna save hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical expense when you get old, I think $100 per box is definitely worth it. So what is Anime? Why is it different? And why is this guy, again, in pink shirt, so passionate about this business? We have what's called binary system, okay? We don't expect you to create 10 or multi lines like other network marketing companies, because if I had to create 5 different lines, imagine, it's not easy, okay? Building 2 lines is already difficult. Needless to say, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines, you're gonna not be able to succeed unless you are like a superhuman being, okay? And then we have unlimited level. So one of my partners asked me, you know who you are. She was doing Amway before, and then Amway has a cutoff line, okay? And I know David used to do Amway before too, and I know many leaders that used to do Amway that came to Anime to succeed because the system is much more friendly to succeed. And then so one of my partners asked me, does Anime have a limit? And I said no. And that is the reason why I'm so attracted to this business, because if there's no limit and you can receive the benefit, 100% of the benefit from the people at the bottom. So even if they're 2,000 levels below, right now in my group in Philippines or group in Cambodia, I get 100% of the points from either left and right side. Okay, so there's no limit. So is it going to continue or stop or continue? It will continue to grow. Why? Because my partners are attending meetings like this, and then their partners are attending meetings like this, and they're going to continue to learn and then be inspired, very inspired to continue to go. And then it's global one marketing. So you are becoming a CEO, not just for the United States market, but you are becoming a CEO for the whole world. And if you had to make a system like this yourself, you hire developers, you have to build your website, you have to look for products, you have to look for the transportation method, shipping label, writing description. There's so much work to do. What does Anime ask you to do out of all that? Nothing. All you have to do is open your mouth and share and attend the meeting and learn, and the Anime will do everything for you. And I think maybe a lot of people quit Anime because it's too easy. Okay, they're like, it's too easy to be true. So I must not be, will be making money in the future because it's too easy to be true, right? So, but it is really true. And then there's no monthly maintenance. There's no monthly quota. Quota is what also gets a lot of people in other network marketing companies, because they have to keep maintaining so much volume, and then they don't meet that and their level will go down. So even if I'm Sharon Rose Master, I'm not doing Sharon Rose Master every 15 days. Sometimes I do Sales Master, sometimes I maintain my Diamond Mastership, but they still call me Sharon Rose Master, right? So but other companies, you do the Sharon, and then if you only did Diamond, they're gonna call you Diamond. You're gonna go down until like you have no level. And then that's why people spend so much money, because they wanna just get the title, right? So I've seen a lot of people losing money with that. And then, so binary system, and that's unlimited and global, just know that it is so much easier than other system that you have. And then just it being global, because even if you live in America, or even if you live in Philippines, and I now even have partners from Cambodia, and a lot of people say, oh, Cambodia, they're developing country, people cannot shop, there is too expensive, you're not gonna be able to grow. But guess what? My Cambodian partners are buying a lot of products. Yeah, maybe it's 10,000 PVs or 15,000 PVs. I've actually seen 400,000 PVs from Cambodia, which is crazy over there. So do not limit yourself, and because whatever you say and do and think, that's gonna come true. But if you say, yeah, I'm gonna have an amazing leader in Cambodia or Philippines or Australia or wherever it is, you say with your mouth, and your brain's gonna believe in you, and then things are gonna happen, like the CEO said, right? And then profit sharing is amazing, because general commission is 44%, and then mastership bonus is 20% out of the general commission, and the company takes 30%, and education support fee is 6%. So why why do you think that the company focused more on general commission? And why is it bigger pie? Because if they were focusing more on the mastership bonus, then only the people that are challenging all the time and that are very, skilled, they have leadership, they're gonna make too much more money. And so the normal people that are just kind of trying this company and wanting to succeed with this business, then they're 15 points when they match 300,000. Let's say that becomes only $20. Then people are going to lose interest. It's going to be much more difficult to convince those people that are starting to let's go, right? But then because general commission is big and then we get $55 to $60 per paycheck, and that's really good. Yeah, you may think that, oh, it's $60 is nothing, but when was the last time you got a $60 check from Amazon? No one, right? Then why do you still shop there if they don't give you anything back? And most of the products are made in China, right? Do they care about quality? Not really. They can, if they had an option, they will give you the lowest quality possible and charge you the most. What happened during pandemic? How much was a hand sanitizer? $70, $80, right? They don't care about you. They only care about the profit. So do you want to shop at a company that cares about your health and your economy and your budget, or just keep making really wealthy people more wealthy, right? So you can earn in many different ways, such as general commission and mastership bonus. Okay, and then general commission, and you start with one person, it becomes 2 people, 3 people, and then it will start multiplying. As you can see, it will become like a tree with a lot of branches. And then you may be asking, oh my gosh, Israel has 3,000, 4,000 partners under him. When am I ever gonna get there? There's a lot of people's question, right? But trust me, if I had to do everything by myself, I would not be able to succeed with this business. But it's the system that makes you successful. All you have to do, again, is open your mouth, learn, be in the system, join others to the system so that the system can teach you. And then, again, a lot of people get confused on what is left and right leg. It's 2 different groups. So the left group's points don't go to right, right group's PVs don't go to left. They're a separate bucket, and then you have a personal PV. And you just need to get yourself up to 300,000, which is not too much. You can do it over the course of time. It doesn't have to be all at once. And those points never expire. It doesn't become 0. And then your left group, you start building the team on your left, and your right side, consumer base, you will start earning general commission. And then as soon as the left group gets 300,000, right group becomes 300,000. It doesn't have to be just one person. It could be 5 people, 10 people, just residually or voluntarily ordering products. And because you shared, because the quality of products are good and they're very affordable, they're going to continue to shop. And a lot of the network marketers, one of the things that they have a very hard time believing is voluntary order. They don't understand the concept of people ordering voluntarily. You can ask my partners, do I force them by the neck saying, why don't you order? No, 95% of my partners below are consumers, okay? They order products for the things they need. They love Korean beauty products. They love Korean healthcare products. They're buying them anywhere, somewhere anyways. So, excuse me. So they buy through Anime. And then guess what? They also get cash backs here and there. So even if you get cash back of, I don't know, $55 a month, just because you changed the market to here, with all the increased gas price, do you think that's going to help you? Absolutely. So you start earning from $20 as low as $20, and usually people start earning from $60 all the way to $1,200. Okay, $1,200 a day, 6 days a week, because Sunday the company does not work because it's Christian company. And $1,200 a day, I think that's really good, right? But the thing is, everyone stops there. So people like that are Imperial Master, Crown Master, that are up there, their earning has stopped. That's why Anime is not a pyramid scheme. Corporate America, they will continue to make more and more and more money. Last time, go, if you work for a company right now, check out how much your CEO makes. They probably earn 50 million a year just by the books. They probably have stocks, that are hundreds of thousands of dollars. They have a bonus. they earn a lot of money, okay? But so if you ask me, that is a pyramid scheme for me, okay? But Atomy has a limit of about $1.2 million a year. And yes, that's a lot of money, but compared to other CEOs, that's not bad because that gives us opportunity to make money. And then sales mastership, and I want to focus more a little bit of mastership because there's a lot of the people that are so scared to tell their partner to challenge. Again, I'm going to repeat. There are people that are too scared to tell their partners to challenge. They say, oh yeah, I don't want to offend this person. So, that person doesn't have too much money, or this person does this or that. Okay, maybe this person will leave. But guess what? The leader is the one that paves the way to make their partner successful. If you're a leader that's too careful and not making the decisive decision to do the business, then your team as a whole gonna suffer. So unless the team, the sponsor is moving forward, and if you look at your sponsor and if they're staying at the same place, not challenging, not telling you to challenge, you need to challenge your sponsor. You need to ask your sponsor, when are we challenging again? I want to keep moving up. I want to become wealthy with this business, but why are we just stopped here? That's what the question you need to ask your sponsor. And then to your partners, you got to go to your partner and say, hey, I got this goals. I wrote this down on life scenario. I want to move up this ladder because I started this business to earn $100,000 a month. So if we're not moving, we will never get there. Then you might as well just stay as an auto consumer. Why are we wasting time here? Okay. So I really see this, some of the partners that I feel very unfortunate about because they're just stalling there. They're just happy where they are. And they say, you know what? I don't need to challenge because I'm making this much money. Okay. Then they're going to stay there. I said, okay, fine. But what about your partners? What about partners below you? Don't you think that they want to make money you're making right now? So if you are happy where you are, guess what? Your partners will continue to not make money. You are making money, but your partners are not making money. So do you think they're going to stay or leave? They're going to leave. So the money you're making right now, you're going to lose. So you really have to understand that. So look at this mastership bonus structure. When you're a semi-sales master, you make $200. You make $400 as a sales mastership bonus. Diamond Master gets $700. Sharon Rose Master, it jumps to $2,000, right? And Star Master, it jumps to more than double, which is $5,000. From Star Master to Royal Master, it jumps 3 times. And I forgot to acknowledge 성민숙 총장님, Royal Master. So she's Royal Master right now, Royals Leaders Club. So I'm sure when she received the Royal Mastership bonus, it was pretty good. So we all need to be there. And from Royal Master to Crown Master, wow, that's a lot. That's a huge jump. And from Crown Master to Imperial Master, $100,000 bonus. So where do you want to stay? Do you want to continue to say just barely doing semi-sales master and saying, I'm happy with it, I'm here? So if you're only barely doing semi-sales master, guess what? Your partners are not even semi-sales. Okay, let's say you're a sales master, auto sales master, you're making $2,000 a month. And you say, oh, I'm happy where I am. I don't want to challenge my partners and, I don't want to offend them, or I don't want to, keep moving. Okay, I'm happy where I am. I'm not going to invest. I'm just going to stay here. Guess what? Then your partners are not going to make money. Okay, you are making money. Your partners are not going to make money. So you have to really understand the concept. So this is the reason why working with your sponsors and your partners are so important. And then you have to really understand the exponential growth. So even if you have only one mouth and then you can only share with so many people, but once you develop your leaders and they duplicate you, and then they're going to continue to expand and expand. So I always talk about a good tree. A good tree will bear good fruits, but a bad tree will bear bad fruits. So the bad fruits may not be the bad partner or anything, but they just fall in the bad tree. So they unfortunately learn the bad things. So I've seen that, over the course of the time. And, yes, the CEO says we are the CEO ourselves. So if that's you, I, encourage you to keep going. And then you can still succeed with Atomy because, we have to do 2 lines, right? But I really want all of you to become a good tree to your partners, and then really work really well with your sponsors. And then Atomy's marketing plan So other businesses network marketing plan, they keep changing. I've seen a lot of the bonus structures changing, and then their marketing plan changes. So if you were part of another network marketing company that continue to change the marketing plan, do you think that you're going to be able to trust the company and the CEO? No. We put a lot of effort and energy and time and money sometimes to be in this business. But then if my Academy's marketing plan kept changing, I will be very doubtful about my future. And then my time is very precious, because when I'm here for an hour doing a lot of, sharing this vision and marketing plan with you, if I wasn't so certain about my CEO and the company, then I will be I will be wasting my time. But Academy's marketing plan has never changed. And only time it changed only one time. That time it got even better. A lot of times when network marketing plan change, it gets worse. But our marketing plan got better because companies now spending more of their money to pay the extra bonus to semi-sales masters. People were complaining that, oh, becoming a sales master is so hard. So the CEO said, okay, let me create another layer between before sales master. So now you can become a semi-sales master, and then you can earn bonus. So that's really huge. So I'm going to speed up a little bit. So you really have to look at the iceberg. You cannot look at just the top of the iceberg, but then you also have to really have the belief that you can do it. That's why I always challenge my partners, really study about the business, because if you don't study, then you're not going to be able to, again, you're going to become a bad tree. So if you think that you know everything already, I am sorry, I'm always still learning. So if you really have to work with your sponsor, and then really, again, like human being, we are not perfect. So if your sponsors made a mistake, go talk to them, and then try to have a respectful conversation, because it's a binary system. Sometimes it's not. We can think it as a very positive way sometimes, but it can become very. It can cause a little bit of drama. And today I'm just sharing everything straightforward with you. And because you're spending your precious hour with me, so I want to give you every golden nugget possible very earnestly and very honestly today. And a lot of you probably didn't hear my presentation like this, but I am very passionate about this business, and I want all of you to succeed. And that's why I'm sharing everything that I have learned so far. And then I've talked to a lot of the successful leaders. And then I've also talked to people that are failing. So I rather do the things that people that have succeeded. Okay, I'm gonna do exactly, if not as similar as possible, to people that have succeeded. And everyone that succeeded, they work with their sponsors. So if you cut off your if you really don't want to work with your sponsor because they're not doing the things that you want them to do, and just because of that, and then you kind of exclude yourself, and you're basically taking your whole system out of the system, and then your team's gonna fail as a whole, if that makes sense. So yeah, we are all imperfect human beings under God. Who's perfect here in this room? No one. So your sponsors are human beings too, and your partners are human beings too. Sometimes we look at our partner and say, why is this partner so lazy? Only if she does this or he does it, I can succeed even faster. So we are all human beings. We think like that, right? But we really need to cherish the spirit. And cherishing the spirit not only goes to just your partners, but it also goes to your sponsor. And that's what I wanted to tell you today. At Enemy, we are in the business of changing people's lives, teaching them the tools they need for a hands up, not a handout. So we cannot give points to everybody. And here I've heard a lot of people complaining about, oh, I'm not receiving points from my sponsor and all these things. And it's really hard to understand the perspective of your sponsor, because you have to understand your sponsor wants you to succeed. Okay, and some people think that they don't want you to succeed. No, because there will not be any sponsor that don't want you to succeed, because when you succeed, they succeed. So maybe the way they do the business is not exactly what you want, but find the common ground and find the middle. What is that? And then talk to them earnestly, and then try to be compassionate. Okay, be more compassionate, more loving. And CEO Hwang-Kyo Park said this: when someone asks, how would you, who in the Bible would you compare to for someone that's going to be really successful? Who do we have to be like from the Bible to succeed in enemy? And CEO Hangyo Park's answer was very profound. He said, be like Jesus. Okay, whether you're Christian or not, in the Bible, Jesus came as God to human being, and then he really served the humans, okay, who are much lower than him. But so with that said, he had a servant leadership. So whether you're serving your sponsor, serving your partners, you have to do that with the servant heart. And as I promised, I want to show you one of the things that you probably, I don't know if you've probably seen it or not. This is one of my golden nuggets I'm going to give you. I tell all my partners, do 2 lines, okay? Don't create a spider web, because when you create a spider web, your debt loses strength. So this is how your line should look, or similar to that, okay? Of course, with that, they're going to have their partners too. Everyone needs 2 legs, because what happens is, as a sponsor, we need to create a debt on the left and create a debt on the right, so that partners of ours and leaders of ours, they can create the debt too in 2 legs. If you ever ask your sponsor, how come you're only helping my one side and not my other side? Basically, what that means is you want money for free. Because see, we have a binary system, right? So if you're asking your sponsor, how come you only help my one side? Okay, so if your sponsor help your other side, that means you're earning money for free, right? Because it's binary system. So are you gonna do the same thing and help your partner left and right side? And if the binary system does not have a debt, then it will be very, very ineffective. If you create a spider web, then if you drop the points, let's say you as a sponsor, you drop the point, it's only gonna help just few people. Whereas if you create a binary system, look how many people can benefit. So this was one of the biggest struggle with, when I was doing the business so far. That was one of my biggest struggles, because they want to do their own way. They want to say, oh yeah, I want my partner to get paid, and then they register someone to the right side of them, and they create someone on the right side, and they are happy. They say Israel, but they want to make money. And I say, yeah, they make money, $60, but can they ever make $100,000? No. So why do people do it their way? I don't understand. So that's why you have to learn the marketing system deeply and understand, and ask yourself, okay, if my line looks like a spider web, it's okay. You can still reconstruct it. It takes 6 months to a year to reconstruct your lines. And there are a lot of leaders in Korea, because they didn't understand the system in the beginning, they made a lot of mistakes in the beginning, but they reworked it. They took a little bit of a detour, but they still succeeded with the business because they still kept going and they didn't quit. So today, I'm sorry if I offended some of you, but please understand that I want you to succeed. You are spending your invaluable time today to learn. So I hope what I said was not offensive, but please know that I'm here to really wanting to help you and really wanting to succeed. So yeah, that was it. Thank you very much, everyone. And yeah, see you again.
Awesome job. Awesome job. Thank you, Israel. That was a great job and a great selection of photos. So I'd like to ask for any comments or questions or answers that we might get from people out there. Is there anybody that has any questions?
All right. What's up? Indrani, raise her hand.
Good evening, all leaders. Yeah, Indrani Das from New Jersey, and thank you for inviting me to this special meeting, and also for giving me a chance to talk. But I wanted to thank Izzy for an awesome presentation. So simply said, got the message across, and it was just fabulous. So I'm going to take those tips that I learned today and apply them. And Izzy, I don't know if you have most likely an international team. How do you keep it all together?
Mm-hmm.
Such a big business. So how do you do it?
Yeah.
Are you always interacting with your team on a daily basis, or what happens?
I think you really have to trust your leaders and
Mm.
have them continue to stay in the system so that they can keep learning and duplicating you. And yeah, like it's not always easiest because we're a human being and then we all have different opinions.
Right.
We all have different thoughts. But I think we just have to continue to be respectful and then
Right.
continue to stay in the system together and then, listen to, again, what CEO Hong said. We have to have a servant leadership. And I think as soon as we lose that humbleness and servant leadership, then we become a little bit more prideful because you start thinking like, because, I work with Oscar and David, they're my sponsors. And of course, there were moments where I thought that I'm all that. And I said, I can do my own thing. And as soon as I did that, I learned my lesson that then it does not benefit my team, because if I cut off my team from Oscar and David or my sponsors above, then I am really, I'm not doing a good job as a leader for my partners. Then they lose the connections. And that's what really makes your team stronger for because we all work together, right? It's a binary system. So again, back to your question, I think we have to continue to stay in the system and work in harmony, and then really fight work with the differences. And as long as we can continue to stay humble and then have a servant leadership, I think that's how you can run it, because you cannot do it alone. You have to really leaders and then trust them, and then again continue to stay in the system together.
Thank you so much. I did have one more question,
Sure.
and I don't know if you can talk to the corporation in Korea for themselves. I love the fact that we have the Atomy t-shirts and the Atomy sweatshirts, but we need more t-shirts or with logos like not only Atomy but Hemohim, right? Or Absolute skincare. So people say, if I'm going to the gym and I'm working out, I wear my t-shirt that says Hemohim. They're gonna ask me, well, what the heck is Hemohim? What is that? And then you can talk about it. But banners, because we are out doing more events, we will be doing events in the future. So if they can make banners, I'm willing to purchase it. I've no problem. But if you can please share it with the corporation, that would be amazing.
Yes, of course. I think if you go to the website, at least for USA, they sell banners.
Do they?
Yeah, they sell banners and then other promotion materials for marketing if you want to. So
is that under other?
I'm not sure, but I know for sure that the US website has it.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Yep, try to find out.
Okay, awesome.
Any other questions?
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Any other questions?
Or comment or something.
All right.
Too good. That's why.
I have a
No.
comment.
Okay.
I raised my hand.
All right.
Well, thank you, Kelly. A lot of the presentations from yours, and when I was looking at yours, it was like combined with mine, yours, Scott's. So we kind of work together. So that's why I put the credit for you.
I did recognize, a lot of those, but you know what? We both work at Raytheon Technologies. We both have high pressure jobs. You're like my brother in this business. The more successful your side is, the more help I might get on my side, right?
Yes.
So it goes back and forth. And then the stronger I become, the more on the other side. So that's just
Absolutely.
the way it works. But yeah, I did recognize a lot of those sides, but you know what? They were to the point. I loved your delivery. I loved your sprinkle in of your new chart. I took a screenshot of that. We should be, forwarding slides and crediting each other and just making a great deck so we can leverage it.
Yes.
And I really appreciated that you went through from a business perspective, the company, some philosophy, strategies, facts and metrics. Some people need those. I do. And then I also want to know how the compensation plan works. And, I made some comments on those slides, and I thought that people need to know that this is a fair and righteous compensation plan. You get paid with general commission, but really the mastership, if you want to build a business, then the mastership bonus is where you're going to really get to passive income. Because you're right. We make a lot of money. I make a lot of money, but guess what? When I stop working, that money stops.
Right.
That big income stops. So getting to passive income, we're all living longer. The world's going crazy. Inflation's going crazy. Have multiple streams of income. Come join us, try our products, and, get going with the business. Thank you, Israel, for your presentation, and thank you for that credit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kelly.
Very good. Any more questions or comments?
All right. Jeff, the Philippines, Christina, she raised her hand.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you so much, ma'am. First and foremost, Sir Izzy, I'd like to congratulate you for a very inspiring vision speech. And I really do agree with you that Chairman Hangil Park is such a profound visionary, and that ATMI is very lucky to have him with all his visions and also his drive for our company, and to help all of the ATMI members in achieving our dreams. I'd like to ask only, what are the steps that Chairman Hangil Park and the management, ATMI management, is doing to more or less institutionalize the policies that Chairman is creating? There's a possibility, as we all know, that change is the only constant in this world. How do we make sure that the great and selfless policies of Chairman Hangil Park will stay at the ATMI? Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Great question, Christina. Thank you very much. So again, I'm gonna give an example as a Christian. I'm a Christian, and I believe the Bible is the absolute truth. But we, as a human being, even if there's an absolute truth and the perfect guidance, we cannot live 100% perfectly, right? I think that, yes, like ATMI is not as perfect as the Bible. I'm not gonna, say it like a, almost like a cult, right? But I think ATMI is one of the best and perfectest system in the world. And we as leaders, that's why we have to be a good tree. And how do we become a good tree? It's by learning from the CEO and the good leaders that we have, and not doing, your own, some of the leaders, they do their own thing, and they don't want to work with their sponsor. They don't want to work with their partner. They think that they can do everything by themselves. And that is the perfect way to fail this business. So, one thing that I'm going to tell you is it's really simple. Follow the 8 steps to success. And, you can type 8 steps to success on YouTube, and try to watch the ones from CEO. And that's the original author of the ATMI, and then he's the inventor and creator. So I think he knows the best how we can succeed. He says, if I were to do the business, I will go straight into the Diamond Master, because then you have 2 leaders that you develop as sales masters. And that's how he said he's going to do it. And sometimes he was very careful not to say that because it may offend some people. But yeah, that's what he said. So really learning about how this business will work is very important, and staying in the system works. So yeah, I hope I answered your question, Christina, but then there was a great question.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Next is going to be Verona.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm learning a lot with this presentation. I'm new. I've only been doing this for a few weeks, I think now. So my question is, what is the easiest way? How do you present the plan or the business to somebody without scaring them off? Like what is,
Good
I
question.
know some people get so scared off because they
Yeah.
have had like really bad experiences with multi-level marketing and I get that. So I'm finding it a little bit hard. Like, how do I present this at first without scaring them off?
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you, I still scare people off, even at this stage. So I'm sure David and also can, even our leaders scare people off, right? It doesn't matter if they're earning $200,000 a year, then they're gonna think that this is a scam. And let's say you're not making too much money, they're gonna think that this doesn't make you money. So wherever step you are in the system, you're still gonna scare people away, but just don't let yourself get scared. I think that's what I really want to say. You should not be scared to talk to people because, you think that they're going to get scared. So you will start learning on baseball. I'm not really crazy into baseball, but there's a baseball betting average. If you can bet over 30%, you are considered one of the top baseball hitters in MLB Major League. So that's 30%. And that's the best player. So if you think that if you can only do just two, let's say you're a beginner and you're a rookie hitter, right, in the MLB Major Baseball League, if you can hit 25%, right, that's really good. So guess what? You talk to 100 people, how many people are gonna have? You're gonna have 25 members. If you talk to 1,000 people, you're gonna have 250 people under you. And I think that's really true. So this business is really about going out there, sharing, because more you share, more partners you're gonna have, and more consumers you're gonna have. And if you only, if there are some people that said, "Oh, I already talked to people, and they don't really want to join," and then they only talk to 10 people total. So then you're only gonna have 2 people barely who's actually even interested in buying products. So I hope I answered your question. It's just the numbers game, really. You just have to open yourself and then say, you know what are you willing to do if you are guaranteed to earn $100,000 a month? How far are you willing to go? And if you could be guaranteed that there's $100,000 right here a month, and then they said, do this, I think all of us would be able to make ourselves foolish, make ourselves crazy, whatever it takes, we will get there, right? So yeah, I think hopefully I answered your question.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Next is gonna be Lynn with Roth.
This is for Christina in the Philippines. Israel, I just want to add a little bit to your answer because, Christina, I had the very same question. What ensures that our CEO's vision is going to continue on in the future? And so I asked that question of our Crown Master, Jason Shim, and he told me that there is a contingency plan and it's a very solid one. And there are people just like Jason that are in place to make sure that that contingency plan is followed when the day comes that Han-Gil Park is no longer the CEO for whatever reason. So they have given that, he's given that a lot of thought, and he's got a plan in place. And so if Han-Gil Park and Jason are confident in it, then so am I. So I just wanted to add that, Israel, because that's what I took from her question too. And I had the very same one, which is why I asked Jason about it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for the feedback, Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Deb.
Kelly
Okay,
was up.
okay. I see the
Kelly.
Kelly raise her hand.
Use the virtual raising hand.
So I just wanted to follow up on your answer, Israel, because, I think the question, and I forget what the new pretty raven-haired woman's name was. What was your name?
Christina.
Priscilla. Thank you. I wanted to, when I start talking to people, I really identified with you saying, hey, maybe a 300 batting average or 30% out of 1,000, do it again, is great. But the new person wants to know, what do I say? I'm brand new. And one of the things that I would say would be, have your answer to what is it?
Mm.
Hey, Jeff, did you know I started with Atomy? What do
Yeah,
you say?
but what is Atomy?
Atomy is kind of like Amazon. Do you shop online?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. I shop online and it's also global business. So I'm very excited because you want to try some products and check
I'd
it
love to
out.
try some products and you can show me what it's about.
Great. Ask me if it's a pyramid.
Is it a pyramid scheme?
No, it's not a pyramid scheme. And that's what I love. Atomy is like the Amazon, but also has a networking component, but nothing like those old multi-level marketing companies where people at the top made the money and we didn't, and people had to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars. Atomy's free. You shop online, you get cash back, and it's also a global business if you want to build it, but it's no pressure. That sound pretty
It
easy?
sounds pretty good. If the prices are right, I'm in.
Great. So, just a little bit of that, knowing what to say, knowing how to handle an objection.
Mhm.
I'm saying, again, I'm working on that.
That's great, Kelly. I love it.
Talking to people is
Yeah.
the key, as you said, Izzy, and having the confidence. So in like corings or Zoom meetings, or even one-on-one in a group, it's fun to just do a little role play. So that I would encourage that as well.
Yeah, that's-
So you have the confidence. And the other thing that Jason Shim talked about was I should never talk to my own family members. I should have, Jeff or Miyong or someone else talk to my family member and do the intro, because they won't cut them off and shut them down like they'll cut me off. And they
Right.
might actually listen and hear. So it's kind of the ABC connection and bridge. So couple pointers.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Great, Kelly. That I love your skit, by the way.
She does a great job. All right, any other questions? All right, I think we're going back to Osuk now for the,
okay,
for the
okay, Jeff,
Center
we have
News.
one more person raise your hand.
Oh, we do, okay.
Yes, Pauline.
All right.
Hi,
Hello.
so I have question and I go Amazon and I check absolute product set
Mhm.
and the price how different. Only 159 and our company like 232. How if someone go on Amazon, how we gonna tell them the price is different? And also hammer him and the set of skincare, and the price different.
Pauline, you're not supposed to say that.
Oh, I'm
No, I'm
sorry.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. So yeah, that's very true. And then Korea went through the same thing. And then sometimes that could be very troublesome for us as business leaders. And trust me, I've also lost a lot of consumer because of that. I think this is what I want to tell you. But there's still people that succeeded with that despite that challenge. So what did they do then? Did they say, oh, there are people that are selling stuff online, like that, so I'm going to quit? Or I'm going to keep going because I believe in the system. I'm going to find people that also believe in the system. And we're going to continue to duplicate ourselves and then go there. So yeah, I mean, they can go save, some money. And then I've never seen as extreme as 159. I recently saw that, which was really crazy. So what happens is people in Korea, they buy a bunch of products because they're doing a mastership challenge or whatever. And then they're like doing a lot of betting, right? And then they sell everything at like 50% off to people like a broker in America. And then what they do is like they upload it to Amazon, and then they give like, take a little bit of profit and then they sell it. What Atomy headquarters is doing right now, I'm a center leader and also as well, there's a lot of conversation about that. A lot of concerns and things like that we share. We have a new director in the United States that just came. His name is Mr. Green. His number one priority right now is to go after those sellers. First of all, they will buy some of the products from Amazon themselves, and then they're gonna trace the barcode and then go back to who sold it from Korea. And then CEO Hangyo Park already had all the leaders sign the form that if you get caught, you're gonna lose your ID. So there are people that are protesting in front of CEO Hangyo Park's house because their IDs got expired after becoming a royal master. So that's pretty big deal. So let's, one thing that I ask all my partners is let's be patient and let's trust that our company will continue to work. But there are always going to be bad people. And it doesn't matter how diligently company works, there will be always bad people, but company is doing something about it. And there, I like to always stay positive and say, then, we work in the same situation, but there are still people who are succeeding because we were able to give the visions. And then now we have a, what do you call, consciousness. So then we, even me, I can go Amazon and buy something, but I don't get any points. My partners don't get points. And then the commission doesn't happen, then my business will come down. So I may save a little bit of money, but then I will not become, I will not have a system. So those are some of the benefits you can still earn as enemy leaders. And then along parallel to that, company is going to continue to work hard to get rid of those people.
Okay.
I was joking that of course you can ask.
Very good. Very good. Any other questions?
No questions, but just a comment. I really think it would be very good. I've started doing this is teaching the people in my group and my Facebook group, do not buy from Amazon because we cannot validate that product's fresh, that it hasn't expired, and you can't get your money back from the company if there's something wrong. So I think we have to really make a point of educating our downlines too, so that they can start to educate, because you talk to people about Atomy, the first place they go is Amazon to see if they can get it there. So we could probably try to stop some of that too, just by giving people a heads up warning about that.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Okay, I think we're back to 06.
All right.